Hello everyone, it's Momma Jo. How's everybody doing? Hey, I'm still sick, so I'm probably going to give it till Monday, and if I'm not much better, because I'll be done with the steroid, and I'll be done with the antibiotic, and I might have to check about getting a chest x-ray. Still don't have my voice, and still not feeling the greatest. But I'm going to bring you a video this evening. Michael's pretty hungry. I've been out running because if you saw my previous video, I said I was out of a lot of groceries. So I made myself go to the store today to get some groceries. So in this pan, I got a large nonstick pan here. I have about, I want to say it was either 3 or 4 tablespoons, or maybe a fourth of lard, and that is, this was from where my husband used to work at. They had a butcher, and this is the lard from that. You don't have to use lard. You can just use canola oil, vegetable oil. I even have some, I always save my bacon grease, and I might use some of this if I need it when I go to make the gravy. What are we making today? We are making country fried steak with country gravy. It's very, very simple. Okay, over here I have about a cup of flour, and I'm going to season it. Now you can use what you have on hand. Salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. All those things are great. I have lots and lots of seasonings up there. I need to start using some of them to get rid of it. Michael really likes this Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse seasoning. So I'm going to put a heaping teaspoon of that in there. And then I have some of this Famous Dave's steak and burger seasoning. I think I will put a rounded teaspoon of that in there. That's just to season the flour. Okay. And I got this little whisk here, and I've got the grease in there heating up. And I've already washed my hands, and I got these cutlets from Weese's or Wise Market, whatever you want to call it. There's about 4 of them, so I'm going to dredge them in the flour, and then I'm just going to set them back in here. And then I've got you need some additional flour when we go to make the gravy, and some salt and pepper, because that's basically, and milk. That's basically how you make your country gravy. And of course you'll need some kind of either butter. I'm going to use bacon grease. So I'm going to take it and go ahead and dredge the meat in the flour really well to coat. Okay, we'll set that one back in here. I'm packing it in there pretty well. Okay. Yeah, I'm videoing. My mama's coming in. Okay. All right. And basically all we're going to do after we dredge these is we're going to fry them on both sides. They won't take too long. They're really thin. We just want to get a nice little crust on both sides. And you don't want your pan too hot. Okay, I might only be able to put, let me see. So you put your flour in there, and when you see it sizzling, you know it's ready to go in. And sometimes I like to dredge it a second time, just to make sure that I got it all in the crevices and stuff. Okay, I'm going to put this one in. Hear that? Okay, I'm going to do 2 at a time. If you're washing my hands. Okay, get my tongs here. I'm going to get a plate to put these on. All right, let me see. Okay, I'm going to do about 3 minutes, and then I'm going to turn them. And if you want to see how to make, basically, country gravy is basically sauce, just like sausage gravy. It's a white gravy. It's made with milk and salt and pepper. And I have a video that shows you how I make sausage gravy. So you can always refer back to that one also. And I will also give you the amounts of what we're using to make the gravy at the end of this video. And it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is brown your meat, and make sure it's done. And then I'm gonna take it out but I'm gonna brown the other 2. I'm gonna get them all done. And then I'm gonna see what you want to see, how much drippings and stuff you have in the bottom of your pan. And I will collect some of that, and I will use that. All that's flavor. You want to save that for your gravy. Okay, well, got about another minute. I'm going to flip these. I'm going to get them nice and brown. I'm going to do the other 2. And I'll bring you back or show you what I'll have left in the skillet. And we'll start on the gravy. Okay, folks, this is after about 3 minutes. So I'm going to do this for about another 3 minutes. Now, you could take a thermometer and check it for doneness. You know, I might flip them and do another minute or 2 on each side. You know, like you can look back here and you can see where it's a little bit red. That's when you know it's not done yet. So, and I do want them to be nice and crispy. So, you know, it's up to you whether you want to use a thermometer or not. And, you know, with beef, a lot of people don't like their beef cooked all the way through. I'm someone that likes, you know, my beef well done. So it's really up to your preference. So that's what we're looking like so far. We'll be back. Okay, here's what they're looking like. This has been about 4 minutes on each side. So this is back to the original side. I'm just doing maybe an additional 2 minutes. And then I'm going on each side. And then I'm going to put the others back in. And we should be ready to make the gravy. Okay, the second ones are in, folks. I just want to show you, I did turn my heat down just 1 notch. Let me turn this on over. 1, 2, 3, okay. And if you don't want them this dark, the reason why they're this dark is because I use the seasoning and the flour. And if you fry it, you know, too hard, too fast, it'll do that too. But we're making a white gravy. And you don't have to make a white gravy. If you, you can put a little seasoning, you can put a little beef bouillon, you know, and you can make yourself a brown gravy or beef gravy. That would be good too. But I'm making Michael a white gravy tonight. So let me get these done and get them plated up, and we'll get started on the gravy. Here's the last batch. I want to say a total of around 5 to 6 minutes, because I think I did 4, and then I flipped them and did 4. Then I flipped them back over and did like an additional 2 just to be on safe side on each side. So just, you know, use your own judgment, and if you want to use a thermometer, I don't typically, and it's never killed Michael yet, so I think we're good to go here. Now I'm going to put you back up here on the tripod, but when I take these out, what you're going to want to do is, what the gravy part is, we got to determine how much grease we have. You want about equal amounts of grease as you do flour. And I had leftover that seasoned flour that I dredged it in instead of wasting it, because I had a cup in here total, and I dredged 4 of those in that, and that's what I have left over. So I'm going to make the gravy out of that rest of that flour, and then we're going to taste it to see if it needs any salt or pepper at the end. Okay, we'll be back. Alrighty, you want all these good little bits in the bottom of this pan, because that is flavor from the beef. Okay, I still got my stove on. I might have to turn it back up a little bit. I have it on 3. I poured off the grease just to give y'all an idea. I had about 1/4, and I added some bacon grease. It's not completely melted. So I'm going to put this back in my pan. And any of those little brown bits or anything, it's going to go back in here. Okay. I'm going to turn that back up a little bit. And I have a little bit extra flour if I need it. Okay, since I'm using a non-stick pan, I'm going to use this this whisk that has a coating on it so it doesn't scratch my pan up here. Okay, here I have that seasoned leftover flour. I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to start stirring that together. Okay, so what we want to do, thickening up, that's what we want. I'm going to put the timer on 2 minutes. If it gets too brown, let me turn it down, because that's pretty hot. What we're doing is we're just cooking that flour taste out. It smells really good. And over here, I have about 2 cups of milk. That's going to go in here as soon as I get this flour cooked. And just kind of keep whisking it. That just breaks the lumps and everything down. I'm hoping, because I don't know with those seasonings, hopefully it's not too salty. Michael will tell us. If it is, then I'll tell you not to use that flour and make the gravy like I do my sausage gravy, where you want to work with a clean base, meaning clean flour, clean whatever kind of fat that you want to use, and then you season it with salt and pepper. And but you never know, he might like this better. I just didn't see any reason in wasting that leftover flour. Now, if you cook it too long, it'll get really, really, really dark. I'm going to call Michael in here in just a minute, because guess what? It won't take long. You'll see how quick this gravy comes together. Okay, 10 seconds. Can y'all see that? I got stuff in the way here. Okay, that should be cooked well enough now. And whisk, 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 whisk. Now you want it to come to a nice boil. And if for some reason, you know, if it's too thick, you can always thin it out by adding a little more milk or a little bit of water. But I don't think that's going to be the case. And you can always make it thicker if you need to. I mean, that's already pretty thick. Michael, can you come out here and let us know what it needs? I mean, this is really, really thick, so I'm probably am going to add a little bit more milk. See if it needs salt, pepper. Salty.
A little bit of salt.
It does need salt?
Yeah, no pepper though.
Okay, I'm putting in just a half a cup. It's better just to put a little bit in at a time. Okay, Mikey says it needs what?
A little bit of salt.
Okay, can you get that, do you want to do a half of, I got a half a teaspoon there. Or do you think that's too much? You want to do a fourth?
Do a half.
Well, we have a fourth.
Yeah, do a half.
Okay, he's going to put a half a teaspoon. He says it needs a little bit. Okay, I can already tell you it needs more. Just dump it in. That was half, so I can already tell you it needs another cup because it's thick. And with stuff like that, it's just a feel that you get. And this milk is not cold. I tell you what, this is some of the best milk. You know, I was always funny about shelf-stable milk till my mom and I tried this at the Dollar Tree, and it'll tell you there's nothing but good things to say on here. It's packaged in the USA. It has protein. Michael, here. I want you to taste it now. See what it needs. Michael's going to taste it. And it's still pretty thick.
No, that's perfect. That's a good consistency. That's grandma style right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
And family owned and operated since 1956. We continue to inspire by Marcel, our second generation leader, as a man of honor and integrity. He valued relationships above all else and believed in business on a handshake. 3 generations later, we are honored and humbled to continue his vision and lead with his principles. Taste our quality, taste our commitment. $1.25, and it has best used by, well, this said May the 11th of 2025.
And it holds up good. That's perfect.
Here, you stir this. I'm going to show them what it looks like. I'm going to bring you down here. Okay, here's what the gravy looks like. Michael says what?
Perfect. The consistency, the flavor.
The consistency.
It's absolutely right on the money.
Okay, we're going to get some of this put on his country fried steak, and he's going to give y'all a taste test. We'll be right back.
On YouTube, your taste test of country fried steak and country gravy. Look at that.
Get some gravy on there.
That's so good they'll make you slap your grandma for your last piece. That's good.
Tell them what you thought about the gravy.
The gravy's perfect. The consistency, the flavor, everything. It just goes well with this meal. 2 thumbs up. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Comment. Check out all Momma Jo's videos, but definitely make you some of that. You'll thank yourself when you do. Have a good night. Thank you.